How's it going, fam? My name is Josh Duhaylonsod, one of your classmates, and really excited to be in OT with you and learn so much through this research project. The guy that I got to pick was Joshua. Joshua in the Old Testament for me has always been a character that I believed was like me because my name is Joshua. And I honestly relate to him because I just love the opportunity of working with people, leading people, and hopefully taking them to the promised land. And through the research project, I learned three main things. Joshua was Moses' right-hand man. Joshua came out of Egypt with Moses. He wandered the desert for 40 years with Moses. He was actually one of the guys that went up to Sinai with Moses. And then he was one of two, him and Caleb, that went into the promised land. And I think that's awesome because Joshua, got to see Moses and he got to be a servant through all the ups and downs and through the travels and through the ocean being parted twice, and then actually going up mountains and just leading people. And I think what's important is Joshua was a servant. He had a servant heart, and he was willing and able to learn from someone like Moses. Another thing that I got about Joshua, he was a great commander. That he didn't just have the ability to fight, didn't have just the ability to get dirty and crazy, but he had the ability to get people together. And the first thing he would do is he would ask God, seek God first. How do we fight this? How do we conquer Jericho? How do we win in this battle? And then God would give him the answer, and then he would go ahead and initiate. We see in the Bible in Joshua that the only time he didn't do that was the one time that the people weren't conquered, but rather they were put in a peace treaty. And so what I love about Joshua was, as a commander, he was a commander that let God dictate his steps, and then he had the people follow. And the third thing about Joshua that I loved, and something that I found really cool, was just the insight of who Joshua was to Moses, and through Moses, just how God looked at Joshua. When Joshua was first introduced in the Bible, it was in Numbers, and in Numbers, he was actually Hoshua, son of Nun. And when Moses said, go ahead and be one of these spies and come back and tell me your report, his name went from Hoshua, which was salvation, to Joshua, which meant his salvation, or salvation of God. And what was interesting is when Joshua followed what God wanted him to do, when he followed the footsteps of his leader, his name actually got changed because he was somebody that was going to do something greater for a greater cause and a greater purpose. Anyway, really stoked that we had the opportunity to do this. Love you guys. Have a great day.